Okay, rundown. Today is January 4th. It is brought to you by Lisa Mattresses. Mattresses, the only mattresses you want to sleep on. Click on the link below, you get $75 off. Doesn't matter if you buy the mattress today, tomorrow, 2017, 18, 19, 20. Always keep the coupon, $75 off. Lisa Mattresses. First off, shout out to us, big announcement. Houston, live, 4 days, I just said live from Houston, the rundown. Me, these two guys will be coming into your TVs every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Comedy Central, live, no net, we're coming at you. The rundown.
Huge
big
stars.
Jews, the big Jews.
Yeah.
A lot of people, we talked about
stars,
that.
The gold stars.
The worst shirts ever.
Huge star. I'm on the record saying I don't understand the confusion. It was my idea. They were supposed to be gold, by the way. They're yellow, but they're not. People are like, oh, you guys look like you're now in the Holocaust and like being stamped on.
Just didn't
well,
really...
two things. Kevin's wearing this shirt, and second of all, it's clearly huge star. You get a gold star with huge stars. It was a joke. I stand by it. Hank said he didn't understand what it meant.
There was a lot of confusion, and I said it right after we put them on. I was like, these shirts make no sense.
Huge star.
We're
It's
huge
like
stars. They make sense. They're just not funny.
Yeah, we're talking about them, so maybe we made.
Well,
a great
you yourself said when we put the shirts on, you were like, I don't know how these are going to translate.
Hank said it was the funniest thing he saw, but he doesn't understand why.
I understood what you were going for, but
We can't hear you, by the way. Get a microphone or else not talking. Anyways.
Shout out to us, and also shout out to all of our haters. Love them.
Oh, the haters.
Love them.
When you send it right to Jamie O'Grady with nothing
Oh,
else.
my
that's
God.
like Jamie O'Grady will get
Love
that
the
tweet
haters.
every day for the rest of his
till I
life.
die. Jamie, anytime something good happens to me, I said it on a serious show. I said, I'm one of those people, and I'm not proud of this. It's not good enough for me to succeed. Like, I can't just be happy on my own. I need complete failure from my enemies.
What's the point of succeeding if you can't?
You know who?
Hey, you actually treat all of us like that.
You know who else I went after on that show, and I don't even really have a vendetta against her, but and I don't even really know who she is. But Julia DiCario.
She's the worst. She's the worst. She's blocked me. She now claims that like she's like implying that she got me banned off 670 The Score in Chicago, even though I talked to a bunch of the guys who have shows there. They invite me on all the time. I just don't have time. And she's like, basically, like, he hasn't been on since they attacked me.
And shut up, because we're not even paying attention. Like, you throw yourself into the middle of it.
No, what they do is she tweeted, she's like, I'm never watching Comedy Central again. And then when everyone's like, that's ridiculous. She's like, what, I can't state my opinion? You know what you're doing.
Right,
Shut
right.
the
That's
fuck up.
the thing.
You know what you're doing.
Just
Exactly
to
what she's getting
clarify.
into every time she fucking does
Every
that.
single time. And
She's a low-life loser
this
from
is-
Chicago with
this-
no life, no
this
future,
is-
no symptoms,
This
no
is
nothing.
getting, because it's like, she really gets my blood boiling. She's had 2 opportunities where I've been in the same room with her and to like
She
talk
didn't
to me
fight you.
face
She didn't
to
fight
face. No, talk to me
Fight
face
like
to
a
face.
man.
No, but talk to me face to face. I talked to Sarah Spain face to face. We had like a good talk.
She hates
I'm
me.
not a crazy person. You're a crazy person. I'm not a crazy
not crazy.
person. You can
I'm still
talk to
saying
me.
it fucking
Instead, she
hurts.
just sat in the corner and subtweeted me. It's like you
Yeah.
can't hide behind like be a real person and talk to me.
We throw around the word worst a lot. She's truly the worst.
And she's
the
a
absolute
nobody.
worst personality we deal with.
she's a total
She's the
loser.
one who got me banned from Twitter. That little.
And also, side note, Stoolies, they say some things that are smart, not smart. When she does this, oh, I'm a girl, so Stoolies are attacking me. You know who's getting attacked the most right now? Jay Mariotti. We can't go a second, and I haven't said a word. So shut up. If you start being an
attack
asshole,
everybody.
No, but
Stoolies will attack everyone.
Don't attack.
I'll weaponize
Do not
everybody.
attack her because that is exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
She wants to deactivate her Twitter account and say Barstool did it again.
But we are attacking.
But don't attack her. I'm saying,
But we
look,
are.
zoom in. Do not attack her so she can't fucking put it on us. Do not attack her. Just know
Zoom
she's
in,
the worst.
but we are.
Zoom in on me. Couple little bars. All right, let's go into. So, anyways, Comedy Central. It's going to be live from Houston, same schedule, our 4 days a week. We are finalizing the location, but it's going to be probably outside a sports bar. It's going to be live 11 p.m. their time, so you can show up, all the stoolies you want on there, create a party atmosphere. It's going to be a party/live TV show/train wreck. So hopefully we see you all there. Let's get into today's subjects. Bobby Bowden, the old ball coach, not the old ball coach, that's Steve Spurrier, but he should be the old ball coach.
Spurs.
That's
Okay, I retract
That's
that.
a different person's
I went
nickname.
down. Yep, nope. I went down wrong. My bad. So this story. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go first. So he was on Mike and Mike, and he's basically talking about how I think he said like 70% of his players at FSU didn't have a father figure, so they only had a mother or a grandmother raising them. Went a little bit further and said that's why they all wear earrings, because they want to be like their mama, basically, and they want to be manly like their mom or something to that effect. Created some stir. Big Cat, I'll start with you. What do you got on Bobby Bowden?
This is so overblown. For two reasons. One, it's Bobby Bowden. He's an old dude. He's lived his whole life in the South. He's gonna say some shit that you're like, huh? He also said he like slept in recruits' beds, like on
Harbaugh does that,
yeah,
doesn't
I know,
he?
Harbaugh does that.
Yeah.
He said, "I used to kid," and then said that sentence, and then Twitter just takes that sentence. He literally said, "I used to kid that guys didn't have, dads, so they started wearing earrings." It was so fucking overblown by Twitter. It drove me insane when I watched the video.
He said I used to kid, but he definitely thinks that.
Yes, but he did say it was a no offense but.
Right.
You can't get
but those
can't
thoughts,
be held accountable.
He
if you say no
definitely
offense
has had
but.
those thoughts like these guys are wearing earrings because they want to be like their mamas. That is an old Bobby Bowden racist white guy thought.
Well, he just doesn't understand. Like,
But how is that even racist?
Well, not racist, but it's
No.
an old white guy. It's a
jewelry,
weird thing to
craziness.
say. He's not able to relate to this at all.
it's not racist because if Bobby Bowden took one look at Nate, he'd puke. So it's not racist.
Bling bling
Well,
Nate.
and in Bobby's defense, a lot of people would puke.
Yeah.
Quick, and
But that's where I have Bobby's back on not being racist.
I'll throw out a lot of quick little things, but Nate really was insulted brutally today by Asa on our show, and she got a marry, fuck, kill myself, Nate, or Glenny Balls, and murdered Nate. Side note, that was just a side story. The Bowden thing.
Kill him before he
get?
kills her.
I mean, marry. What are you gonna?
Money.
I mean, I'm not like running down the street like waving like, hey, I won the marathon. It wasn't. I mean, it was not the best category. Bobby Bowden, I agree with you. 1,000,000,000%. I saw K Marco blog it. I watched the video, and I don't care what he said. He clearly was joking. He said it before. He said after. The second he said it, he goes, "I'm just joking."
Yeah, I'm just joking. It's specifically a problem with Twitter where they just take the one little quote and they don't put any of the context in, and you saw all the context. And like you said, at the very end, he's just like, again, just joking.
Right. And
That sucks.
when I'm thinking, even I've taken it further. When I'm thinking he's just the old guy from the South, I don't even know what to me, what he said was a lot of his players grew up in single family households where the mother was the thing. So they just wore earrings like that's what they knew. It was a nothing comment.
That's a weird.
It's a weird take.
Weird thought.
No, it's a weird take.
He was more
but
commenting, though,
you shouldn't be
how-
criticized for a weird take.
He was more commenting, I thought, that you need more like both parents in the house, which fine, I can live with that.
He did have like a little bit of like Don Corleone, like you need a man to make them act like a man.
Yeah,
you know.
but he's Bobby Bowden,
Yeah,
so that's what
I
you
wouldn't
get.
expect anything else.
I love this next clip.
Also, his sons are like all fuck up, so good job being a dad.
Glass houses, bro. Glass houses.
Like that's the best part about this whole thing.
Hey, real fun fact. That's an absolute fact. There is no good dad who is a football coach in the world. It's impossible.
No.
You can't be a football coach and be a good dad. They
No,
don't
then
go
you're not a
together.
good football coach.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
So-
had this debate about Friday Night Lights, man. Coach Taylor, not a good father.
Well,
not a
high
good dad.
school coach is a little bit different.
No way, man. Not the Dillon Panthers, not in Texas.
No, the only way you can
That's
be a good
probably
dad
worse.
is
It's probably worse than pros.
The only way you can be a good dad is what Harbaugh and Belichick done is put their son on the staff.
Right.
That's the only
Make
time
him
you
a
can spend
football guy.
time with
Right,
them.
right,
Yeah,
right. And I mean, yeah. Family Feud. This clip is absolutely like I know a clip is good when I'm not blogging and I'm not doing anything for the website and I am watching it in bed with tears coming down my eyes, and that's what this was for me. So we have the guy. The family wins the 20 grand. He goes out to celebrate, and he popped his Achilles heel. And you can see him saying, I popped my Achilles. And everyone's like, his face is pure terror, too. He knew it. It's like when something pops, you know it. And Steve Harvey says it under his breath. He popped his Achilles. It was so perfect. For a second, and maybe this is Danny Tuwoke, it's like, is this staged? But I don't know that there's a comedy writer in the world who could write that script of we're gonna have this guy pop his Achilles.
On the
It
Family
is
Feud, celebrating the
unbelievable.
W.
Perfect.
The way he did the carry too,
Yeah.
he was like on both
Byron
shoulders.
Leftwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go down
He got
the field
Byron
and Marshall.
Leftwich on the Family Feud.
Put that clip in.
Yeah.
That's an all-time performance.
One of the all-time.
That was a weird family, by the way, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
I don't even know
going
that they
on
were
there?
actually a family.
Was that like
It
a
was
work- like
there
a
was
coworkers or
there
something?
was There was milky white people. There was like light black people, and then there was dark black.
Yeah.
There was everything.
Phyllis from The Office was carrying that guy.
The only reason you can't get Danny Tuoka is Achilles is like the injury that people get. Like guys get Achilles injuries. That's what always like kills guys from playing like sports.
They
swear.
never like run.
It's
again.
like the
they never do anything.
I used to play in a Saturday morning like pickup hoops game. I probably have seen a dozen Achilles. Like
So it's serious injury.
it's serious
Yeah,
injury.
it's like
And
moving
that's what
your
happens.
life.
Like once you get to 30, it's like boom, your
That's
Achilles
what ended
pops.
Kobe.
So you got to stop moving.
His face, I have the screenshot, and it's just so stone sober. It was the perfect I popped my Achilles face. It was really unbelievable. So
Telling people like, I popped it.
You
no,
have
stop.
to.
I popped my Achilles.
you have to
Oh my
because
God.
it's a
So
madhouse
good.
celebration when you
Everybody's
win
so
the 20
happy.
games.
You
You're
don't
just,
want
like,
people
jumping
jumping on you. Yeah.
Yeah, people jumping on
Yeah.
you. It's chaos out there. People are dancing around. You have to be like,
Yeah.
I popped my Achilles celebration
Yes,
over.
please leave me alone.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote an op-ed in Variety, which was a masterpiece of I don't know what, but he basically said romance
Nailed it.
is dead in America because of The Bachelor. And it was a long...
And particularly washboard abs and pert breasts.
Yeah, there's an insidious, like he used the word insidious, like culture, and it's spreading like ravenous crabs that everyone thinks love is what The Bachelor looks like. I don't know what Kareem's doing, where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sits down, he's like, I'm gonna go nuts on this topic, but is biopic a word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think you're using it right.
I'm gonna
You're even
stick with it.
close.
This is a biopic. What do you got on Kareem?
I don't know what that could mean, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Biopic.
I don't.
In your head, what does that mean? Like,
Like a masterpiece.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You like a biopic?
No,
Like-
no.
No.
okay.
It was his magnum opus.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
There you go.
Biopic.
Biopic.
I know biopic's not right, but I also know I'm close to something.
Wait. So you disagree
David's
with
onto
everything he
something.
said?
I do not think The Bachelor is ruining modern romance in America.
I
No.
don't think The Bachelor is, but there is something to be said for like the Instagram like filters and chicks taking like 7,000 pictures to have one good picture
we
go
got Danny
through.
Romance on the show over
I'm just
here.
saying.
I don't. What does that have to do with romance?
I'm saying like people have a really fucked up and distorted view of like what reality is.
I'm not putting this together. Like you, because you can't be romantic because you're looking for an Instagram girl.
No, I think people just have like their expectations like on relationships and like what people look like in the real life world is so
Yeah, this-
fucked up
this is
because
like-
of reality TV and Instagram and like the internet.
Oh,
You're
see,
like
I
the
did- I
feminists
don't.
who think that like Barbie is
Yeah, you're a
too
feminist.
fake.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
you know.
Danny feminist.
I can't say what I was gonna say.
No, you have to say it now. I have a really funny joke, but I can't tell it. You have to say it.
We've come across Instagram girls that do not look like what they look like on Instagram.
Agreed.
Fact.
That's my point.
Okay,
but that's a little different than
But
Kareem
that's what
writing
I'm
a
saying.
biopic.
No,
on this whole thing.
I agree
Yeah.
that Kareem went too far, but I understand like a small piece of what he's saying. There's a little bit of truth.
But
in
I feel like I think everything like that, like attraction, is just primal. So if you see a hot girl, it's not like, oh, Instagram, she doesn't. It's like, yes, that girl's hot. No, she's not.
Of course, that's true, but I'm saying people have these like wild expectations of what the real like. We've talked
Well,
about this on KFC Radio.
I
before.
wouldn't mind
everyone
you
thinks
and-
everyone else is having like great sex. No one's having
great sex.
Kareem
That's
actually.
the point.
But,
Everyone
Kareem
thinks
actually
everyone's
said
having
less
porn
people.
star sex.
I found this stat also, which I think just people don't use. I think condoms is like the late 80s thing when people thought they could still get AIDS and then Magic Pete AIDS has stopped. But in the article, it said less people are using condoms now. So Kareem said less people are having sex. That can't be true.
Yeah, that
that's
one.
definitely
He
not
lost.
true.
I wouldn't mind though you and Kareem. That would actually be really fun. Like you and Kareem doing like a romance tour. Like the
Doing like the real America.
Yo, I'll tell you what's the worst part of Kareem's argument here is you were talking about the other day. The people on The Bachelor are just almost ugly now.
Yeah, it wasn't a great
So,
crew. on The
really?
Bachelor.
I mean,
wasn't a great
They're
crew.
not that good looking, Kareem.
There's something about Kareem doing that. Kareem's
Well, yeah,
crazy
an NBA,
because
an
they won't
NBA
give him a
ball player
job.
Smokes a lot
talking
of
about
weed.
this is what's really crazy.
Yeah.
He's Kareem.
Yeah.
Skyhook.
Yeah.
Second ad, Montenbeau.com, Montenbeau jeans. Use the code RUNDOWN. You get 20% off your first purchase. So these are the jeans that are redefining the jean industry. You think you're going to pay $200, $300 for great quality jeans. No, you don't. They have premium denim. They're about $100. You look like you're wearing the $300 jeans. So Montenbeau, Montenbeau.com. Check them out. The code is The Rundown. We all wear the Montenbeau jeans. They actually got me back into jeans. 20% off your first purchase. Montenbeau, Montenbeau.com. Okay. This next story, the dab. We'll start with you, Dan, because you at one. Are you still bringing back the dab?
I brought it back. It's back.
I think you almost need to jump off it again. You brought it
Maybe.
back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
Paul,
came. Yeah.
somebody's getting
It's
sworn.
almost two back.
Somebody's
it's two
getting
back.
sworn in by Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House. I'm not sure who, but for some position. And his kid, the person who's getting sworn in, his kid is in the background. A lot of people saying he's dabbing. He was frozen dab. He was just like.
Well, he's
That
waiting
is
for the
his
picture,
problem,
yeah.
But you can't. That's not
gotta
where you
do
can
it.
execute the dab. It has to be a single movement, not like I'm dabbing, take the picture.
And
Because
so
then you really do just look like an asshole.
he was doing that, and Paul Ryan said, "Son, can you stop dabbing?" Pretty much.
And then the other dude saying, "Are you sneezing?"
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
So, Dan, what do you got on this dab move?
Kevin's exactly right. You have to dab in the instant the picture's being taken. You can't just hold it. That's a crazy move.
Or
So
just a
this is
camera,
rookie
or
dabber.
a video where you
yeah, it's a
can keep
rookie
doing it.
dabber.
Yeah.
Right. His heart was in the right place, though. Because
The
that's a
kid tried
hilarious
dabbing.
picture.
Yeah.
If you got Paul Ryan swearing someone in this fucking beautiful Washington office and there's a kid just dabbing.
Oh, and he was so defeated when he was like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, I'll stop. All right, I get it.
So-
It's not Paul Ryan's place, by the way. That was my takeaway. It's the dad. If the dad, this is the dad's moment, not Paul Ryan's moment. Paul
like-
Ryan swears people in all the
Yeah.
time. It's if this guy wants the mantelpiece picture to be him and his son dabbing.
Right, maybe
so
they
be it.
talked about it.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
they
So-
knew.
Well, but Paul Ryan is the guy who does all the swearing, as I understand it. He
Yeah,
can't.
but
He can't be running a fucking circus. Everybody who comes in to get sworn in is going to do their own trick.
I disagree.
You open
I-
up Pandora's box if you let this guy dab.
No, if you win an election, you should get to wear, dab,
Do
do whatever
whatever.
you want when you get sworn in.
Totally, I totally agree with
Yeah.
that. I'm a grudge guy. Everybody knows. No, I am. I'm a grudge guy.
You.
But you're wearing jeans.
Well, that's because I was sold as a jean salesman from MontBeau.com. Code rundown, 20%
Salesman.
off.
A grudge
Hold the
guy,
grudge
unless
and he's a
there's
salesman.
unless.
Well, I didn't
That's
hold
'cause
a
money
grudge.
don't lie.
I didn't have a grudge against jeans. I was like, I hate you, jeans. I hate people. I hate like Bill Simmons. I hate now Julio DiCario. I hate Cheese Boy. I hate it. I hate a lot of people. This Japanese guy who didn't talk to his wife for 20 years, that's how you grudge. And the reason he didn't do it, the reason he didn't talk to her, he was mad that he thought she was giving her kids too much attention and not him. 20 years he didn't talk to his wife because of this. That, my friends, is how you grudge. Also, and this is the Comedy Central show, we have the Totino's house, also Super Bowl week. Anybody who I have a grudge against, you're not invited to the house. Everybody else, come over. Like Greg Olson, I told you. You first text, hey, get me on this, get me on the Comedy Central show. I better be your first call to. You probably will, Greg. We'd like to do 7th Floor Crew with you. You probably won't. That would be really funny. But you're invited to the Totino's house, and everybody we're friends with, which is 99% of the world is, but if I grudged against you, do not show up.
Ooh.
The Totino's house is off limits. to you.
Idea. No one say anything about this.
That actually is the best idea ever.
Yes, it is. And we'll just put
Literally.
cameras in the. I know we'll
he'll
put cameras
watch
in.
Glenny
So don't say the
interact with
name
him.
now because we're gonna bleep the part.
We're gonna cut that. But yeah,
No,
well,
we
he'll
won't. We're just
know.
gonna bleep. No, he won't.
No, because it could be anybody that
Yeah,
we're
it'd be
inviting.
anything.
Just bleep the
It'd
name.
be anyone about anything, but we're gonna do it, and
That's
there's
like
gonna
my
be
favorite
cameras.
idea of all time.
That was a great
It'll
idea.
be
We'll bleep that
Bleep
too.
that part.
Simmons.
He's such a.
What do we got on the grudge guy?
Go ahead, Kevin.
I mean, it is. It's the most impressive grudge I've ever heard. My thing though, you have to get so much joy out of the grudge, because it's not like fun to just sit around. I mean, this guy's life is kind of weird. He's just like, I'm gonna purposely be in the room and be married to this chick for 20 years and never talk to her. The only enjoyment you're getting out of your life is sticking that grudge to her.
As a grudge guy,
You love, yeah, like it gets you
grudging,
going.
I feed off
The
grudging.
video where the
With
kids are watching from a distance
Yeah.
and like crying and shit. Peak Asians, weird stuff going on.
And by the way, Japanese culture, shout out Japanese culture, just staying married.
Yeah,
Like
no,
20
well, I
years.
was
Well,
just
that's what I'm
that-
saying. Is like that dude. I guess it is more of a Japanese thing than a grudge thing. But just divorce this chick.
But-
I don't know, man.
I think you get murdered in those cultures if you divorce.
I think this is the beauty
Kill
of it,
yourself.
though. This is a two-way grudge. Because she's not getting divorced. Like, she's like, my
nobody
husband's
backed
never going to
down.
talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay married to this fucker. And, like, you know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
It's a grudge off.
Yeah,
it's a grudge off.
It was a good old-fashioned grudge off. Last story of the day, another guy. We got a lot of guys that you almost got to tip your cap to. So this is New York business, a banker actually got a DUI, and straight out of I don't know what century he thought he was in, but he went to all the newspaper stores and bought like what he thought was every copy of the newspaper that these people sell. He's like, oh, my mugshot won't be now on the local news. forgot the fact that, first of all, I wasn't even close to covering their circulation. So they
Yeah, it was like 12,000
Yeah,
newspapers,
12,000
right?
circulation. He bought 1,000, and he forgot about that little thing called the internet. So, but still,
A for
shout
effort.
out
Yeah.
to drive around and buy 1,000 copies of your daily newspaper, so your DUI. You almost have to pretend you didn't see it, right?
And then made the story so much bigger that now, like millions see it.
Yeah. Yeah, like honestly, a small town DUI is really not that big of a deal. Now you are national news.
You
Yeah.
can't
Now
hate
you're
the
on the
effort.
Barstool right
you
now.
can't hate the
You
effort.
can't hate the effort.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you looked at the age. He's 43 years old. It's the roughest,
Oh,
oldest,
he was
ugliest
43?
There's no way that guy's 43.
That
Shut
picture, it can't be a 43-year-old man. The
Now-
news article said he was 43.
Holy fuck.
So
There is absolutely, literally no chance that guy's 43.
43 years old.
Wow.
That's why.
Where's he-
That's why
where's
that
he
guy
from?
was like, "We need
New
to
York?
stop this."
New York.
Where, but like Buffalo or
He
something?
maybe downtown Manhattan may look you like.
No,
No,
that's
that-
a
this
very
is like
that's like a
upstate
Western
hick.
New York,
Yeah.
upstate. Yeah, like
This
the
is
Midwest.
like
You
Syracuse
see-
or some
like
shit.
Trent, he's like 26. He's like,
That's true.
yeah. No, it's true. It's like it just
That was
That's
mean.
not what I didn't want to try to be
How
mean.
old-
I look
how-
like shit too.
How old is Trent?
How old are you, Trent?
Come here,
I said
Trent.
20. Well, I know
Should
your
I
age.
get-
I think
Should I come on?
Yeah, just put your face in the back.
Okay.
Just like still shot.
it's a Midwestern
Yeah.
like agent. You know, you go to like it's
That
a real
makes no
thing.
sense because in the Midwest, I feel like everything's so laid back.
29?
and
It's
chill.
like a lot
30?
of.
No.
27.
27 is correct.
It seemed like you didn't know your own age there for a second.
No, I was waiting for him to give an answer. I knew.
Okay, all right.
He was looking at me like I didn't know mine either.
I was like,
No, no, no.
No,
I
I knew.
was
I
guessing.
knew.
Yeah.
my age.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's still.
I mean, I look like shit too.
No, see you, but you look way better than I do.
That's
It's the-
by
it's
the
the
way,
width,
this
the
is Trent's
peak.
Iowa shtick. He said it 100 times. I've already heard him tell everybody in his office, "You're way better looking than I." That's like the Iowa niceness.
I'm just being-
It's
yeah, I'm
you're
being
just
nice.
a cornfield guy. I will say to
Well,
your
it might be
defense,
a little realistic too.
the guy from our story is
No, it
nothing.
blows
like
you out of water.
Yeah, I mean, that guy looks
Yeah.
like he's I thought he was 60.
Yeah, you're like a supermodel compared to that dude.
Yeah.
That
All
makes me feel good.
So you got
Thanks.
that going for you.
Already
Cool.
paying for your value in spades here.
Awesome.
Coming
Thanks.
in New York. All right, that's a rundown. I do want to put in the clip of the Bills Mafia guy who slipped on the ice, threw the beer up into the air, caught the bear, drank beer, B-E-E-R, got up because it was just an amazing clip. There's not much to add. It's Bills Mafia being Bills Mafia.
That's like Bills Mafia, like magic.
It's
Like the only
peak-
way that happens is if
the
you're a
best.
Bills Mafia, at a Bills Mafia
It's
tailgate.
peak Bills Mafia.
Nowhere else
You
that could
claimed it
happen.
was the number one Bills Mafia. I still have the guy who got jumped into the fire, was on fire, and everyone was like, "Yo, you're on fire," and he was just like, "Whatever."
I was gonna think the guy who broke his leg recently, who just like
No,
he
the
died on
fire's
the
still
spot, I
number
think.
one for me.
The reason for me this was number one is it was just like there was a certain innocence
Yeah.
to it.
Well, that's
like
all
he
Bills
wasn't
Mafia, yeah.
trying to do like the fire guy. While great,
serendipity.
They're jumping through fire.
Right.
This guy has his Bills helmet on. I don't think he knew that the cameras were on. You could see you can't fake it because his legs were like going a million different ways on the ice. And the fact that he just drank the beer on the ground, just got back up. To me, it was just
Buffalo.
the pure. Yeah, it's
Love him.
Yeah,
Love him.
It's not even Bills. It's just Buffalo.
Yeah, love it. It's a great city.
It's that, and it's that original clip before Bills Mafia, we even knew what it was. The guy who died, rest in peace, but before they played the Cowboys, when he's like,
He's dead.
oh yeah, he died.
How'd you
How'd he
find
die?
that out?
Yeah, no, I knew when he died, everyone. He died a while ago. It's that clip. Sean will get this clip.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time! 3 times! The 3rd time is a charm! Dallas is going down, Gary! Only Buffalo is going to win it! Dallas is going down!
Buffalo!
Yeah, this is our
Good
year.
year, yeah.
And he's going, hey, let's go. And he's doing this, and all the
Yeah.
Buffalo fans, it's when they're about to play the Cowboys.
It was like early, it was
It was
early
their-
'90s.
It was their 4th Super Bowl.
guy just
You
lived,
hope he
Yeah.
like
His
died in a
entire
fire at a
life
tailgate
was-
or something.
yeah, just-
you hope he went out in Bills Mafia style.
Buffalo wings, Molson, cocaine,
Everything.
and like Marlboro Reds.
Everything.
And just it was,
year
yeah, you could
4,
feel it.
year 4, when everybody knew the Bills had no chance, and he was as excited, as convinced, as sure that this was Buffalo's year.
That's
And
sad that he's gone.
It is
He
sad,
lost a good
but
one.
that was the original.
Yeah, I
like,
wish he
Bills
hadn't done
Mafia.
that to
Yeah, I'm
us.
sorry.
Should have stayed alive. He probably like fell through the ice in like a frozen pond or some shit.
So that's it. You guys have anything else?
No, you tweeted it, Jamie O'Grady?
Oh yeah,
I love the hate.
like with
I've been
just the
searching. I've just
period
been
and the name
searching
was it.
because
It's
people
great.
always are like, "Oh, you're name searching." I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm name
Yeah, no,
searching."
This is
I-
our time
Yeah,
to name
right.
search, motherfuckers.
I almost tweeted at him last night. Just be like, be ready for this announcement at 10:30.
Did he tweet back or no?
No, I don't
Did he
think.
block?
I didn't even say anything. I just said @Jamie O'Grady with a link. That's it. He's my guy. He's my one guy. I didn't tweet at anybody else. It's just anytime something good happens for me, he's gonna hear about it. Period.
I can't wait till he's officially out of business. By the way.
I loved, by the way, that one line in the story when you're like, we've done the rundown from everywhere, and then it's like you just happen to list your 1980 Bronco, like no big deal.
I didn't list that. That wasn't me. I actually thought about taking that one out. I'm dead serious.
Like, you didn't want to throw in next to your $1 million.
No, it's 1980 Bronco. That
mansion.
Bronco doesn't deserve to be in the thing. I didn't write that press release.
Great car though, fucking great car.
Great car when it works.
So thought about taking it out, could have, but just didn't.
Great car.
You know why? I wasn't sure if people like, is that a broken down Bronco or do you buy like a restoration classic Bronco? It's supposed to be.
You were confused. Oh, you thought like, damn, we don't want him to think that I'm poor.
I didn't know what.
You want him to
I
know
didn't-
that I bought it.
It was vintage.
Yeah.
It should have
I
said
didn't know
vintage
I didn't know what
1980.
type of classic Bronco we're talking. It just confused me. But,
Oh, I
yeah.
got it. That's actually even better.
And that Bronco, by the way, is not my best friend. You guys know that. Never starts. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
So much for doing the rundown like it was on TV, right?
no, we're gonna start Monday.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Monday.
So then tomorrow is like our last hurrah for the next couple weeks of just being
Yes.
fucking idiots.
So Monday we're
fuck,
gonna
fuck, shit,
anticipate. No, we can still do that. It's gonna be more the timing. In anticipation of the rundown going national on Comedy Central, it's gonna be a half an hour show, so 22 minutes airtime. We're gonna try to make this so, unlike my serious show, where we actually kind of have the timing down and know what we're relatively
wait.
speaking.
You're saying that you have the serious show down?
No,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought you were
yeah.
saying.
I was saying
you know,
quite
like,
the opposite.
I've heard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
very confused.
I was saying quite the opposite.
Right.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna plan something. I love it.
Effort.
Practice. We're gonna practice.
talk about
first time in
practice.
Barstool history. I love it.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Should be interesting. All right, it's the rundown.